Hey everybody, I'm Aaron and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be installing these latch lights from Custom Dynamics. It's actually a pretty in-depth install. It takes a little bit, but it looks really nice. So before we get set up, let me kind of go through what everything is. We got our parts bag there at the bottom, got your instructions, you got your 2 latch lights, and it even comes with a harness extender and then the little harness kit that goes with it. All right, so hey, let me get set up and let's get into it.
All right, we're back. Okay, so got to disassemble it. We're going to start off with this T15 Torx. Start taking off the screws. Make sure that you keep them in a place where you know they're going to go back to. Also, if you notice, I don't want to scuff my paint, so I lay down a towel. That's the biggest thing. Don't scuff up your paint. Especially for all the money that we paid for these things. Three more screws to go. Careful. All right, and we've done it. I'm gonna go and put my saddlebag away. All right, so you actually don't need to use it either for right now. So you have this piece, okay? Mine's a little scuffed up. I don't know why. Why is that scuffed up? I don't know, buff it out. Must have scratched something or somebody must have opened a door. Happens. All right, so what we're gonna do here is essentially we got to knock out this piece. This thing, this reflector is held on by some like glue-like tape. So what you're going to do is, according to the instructions, you're going to take your 1/4-inch drill bit. Okay. Now it does come with like a little drill template. Essentially what it's going to want is you have this hole right here. I would do it right there. That's where it was on the other one when I drilled it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drill about right there. Not drilling all the way through. Okay. That's what I want to see. If you can see, I want to see that little black on the through the hole. What that is the actual, this piece right here. So what I'm going to do, and I might actually do it off camera, but essentially I want to get that off without breaking. Oh, it actually did it first time. Nice. All right, so it came off. Oh, let me get it out. So actually pull that off, and if you look, that's it. It's done. Easy peasy. From there, I'll work on getting this stuff off. You don't want that. You want a nice smooth surface for your new for the light with the new tape on there. So I'll be back when I get this off. As you can tell, cleaned it up. Pretty nice. Use some just goof off. Got all the tape there. So now what we're going to do is we are gonna get our drill bit and we are going to make a 3/8 hole. So essentially we're just gonna make that hole a little bit bigger. Got my towel a little bit, that's all right. Huh? So there we go. Not too worried about the scratch right there, just because the light's gonna go in there. Okay, so let's grab our Custom Dynamics light. Latch light looks something like this. Just got this on the front, going to take that tape off. Took off the twisty tie. Essentially, gonna just feed that through. Right, and just to show you before I tape it up, why we made that hole. All right, you can tell, see where the hole's at, goes in. Nice and perfect. That's how it looks on the front. So, let's go ahead and pull the tape. Now, don't push too hard because you don't want to crack the lens. And if you crack the lens, Custom Dynamics already states on their paper that if you crack the lens because you're pushing too hard on it, they will not warranty that. All right. I'm going to set that off to the side for a minute. And we're going to work on putting it back together. Pretty easy so far. I definitely recommend reading the directions several times, like I did with the other one. This one's easy, but I definitely took my time with the other one for sure to make sure that I was doing everything correctly. Sorry for the arm. Just gonna... I'm holding the bottom here. Oh, sorry. The goal here is also not to over torque these, especially when you have metal going into plastic. I just do a little hand tight and a little quarter turn, just make sure it's nice and snug. All right. Okay. Once we get to here, close that so I can grab my light. Sorry, I did it the wrong way. Work on placing that in the right location. Okay. Once we kind of got that lined up, Grab our 3 screws. I'll go in the center here. Just make sure everything's lined up. Now we're going to do our lock screws next. Okay. Once we got that in place, come over with the flap. Right. Okay. So this is now put together, right? We got our flap, everything. So what we're going to do here. So one of the pieces that it comes with, let me grab it. So essentially what it does is it comes with this grommet and it comes with this little piece here. So if you can tell, the wire's back right here, it's got to go over. So instead of it smushing, what you're going to do is you're going to take the back piece off here. And you're essentially just going to place it right there. So that way, when it sits like that. So it smushes on that. However, like you saw with the other one, we're going to run it down here, and then we're going to run it here. What we need to do, let me fix this. What we need to do is we need to drill a hole, and what it says is about 1 inch down from here, so about right here, and then that grommet goes in. It's 9/16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get set up and get the drill hole or the hole drilled, and then we'll come back. As you can see, I got the hole drilled out, nice and easy. Just got to get some of the plastic out of the inside. What we're going to do is we're going to take this plastic grommet right here, and we're just going to slowly work its way in. What I do is on the other one, I also ended up having to use this little screwdriver to help me in there. Because this thing is definitely harder than it looks to get in. Oh, messed up. Sorry if I just bumped the camera there. Got it. So essentially what I'm trying to do now is I'm just trying to push it in for the back side. So inside here I'm just taking my screwdriver, just kind of helping it work its way through the back side. Like I said, sorry it's taking so long. It's a tight space, just trying to work the grommet in so it doesn't pop out. So that way this wire is waterproof and don't have to worry about anything when you're traveling and the weather's going to get bad. You always want to make sure everything you do is waterproof, especially when dealing with motorcycles. There we go. So all I'm going to do here is, if you look, the wires right now, they're not, that's the next step. We'll go through that in a second. So it's a lot easier. Essentially, you just stick it in the back. You just do one wire at a time. One wire at a time. If you need to use that screwdriver to help you, you can. Got 3, got one more little wire piece to go. Okay, got all 4. Now from there, I'm kind of feeding the back. I'm kind of feeding the back in there. And what I'm doing is just, I don't want to rip these wires. Just make sure, there we go. It's a little tight. Just gotta work it through and it'll just pull. All right, so got it through here. Now, next step we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up. Essentially what we're going to do is, if you can see, is since we're here, I'm just going to take these zip tie. It's like this end goes down here and then it zip ties on. I don't know what they're called. All right. So if you can see, we want this to go like this on here. So essentially I want to put this about right here. Actually, let's follow it. Let's go about right there. Okay? So what we're going to do is, so this will go down like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick our zip tie Can't see. Zip tie it. Make sure that goes down. Essentially like that. And we're just going to run it all the way across. All right. I'll get this done real quick. I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. You can tell, got that grommet in right here. Worked everything with the zip ties all the way around. It's nice, so it should be nice and flush and closed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work, I'm going to adjust, and we're going to show you how to do these pins. Close that up. All right, so if you read the instructions here, okay, you have, if you want run, brake, turn function, you'll do it that way. If you want just run, turn function, you'll do it that way. I like the run, turn, brake function, so I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Now what we're gonna do here is, so if you take these pieces, you look, they have like, it's like, the best way to describe it is, hold on, let me get the camera in here. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but essentially you have this, you have the wire going in and then it's flat on the bottom. What you want is, when you put it into this connector, you essentially want it to go flat to the flat side, because this has the curved side up here, this is the flat side here. So flat to flat. So what we're going to do is, according to this, we're going to do red, yellow, black, brown. All right. So red. Okay, should slide in. You should hear a click. I don't know if you hear that, but I heard it. Okay. Yellow's next. You shouldn't have to force these. See, it didn't click. See? See, it doesn't click, doesn't go in. All right. Flat to flat. Click, and we're in. Next is black. Make sure I'm putting it in right. And all I'm doing is just feeding this in. Okay. Last one is brown. All right, and that's it. Should come out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the saddlebag back on, show you how to hook it up when you get there, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, we're back. So essentially what happens is they give you this wiring harness. What you're going to do is, this plug goes to the rear lights. You're going to hook in their Custom Dynamics plug, and then it comes with these two plugs. All right. And now what happened is, so essentially you have your red, yellow, black, and brown. So when you plug it in, you're going to find your red, yellow, black, and brown, which would be this one, and our plug that we just did, and just going to snap them in. Now they give you a lot of wire. I'm going to clean this up with like zip ties and stuff like that, so don't worry about that. And then once I get it all back together, I'll show you the finished product. All right, I got everything buttoned up. Looking pretty nice. All right, let's see how it does. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, let's check the turn signals. Left turn signal. All right, let's check the right. Oh, that looks good. All right, let's check brake. Go over, see if we can see that one. All in all, I love. Freaking awesome time. I just want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe, like. If you like this content, leave me a comments. Let me know what else you'd like. I'm new to this. I'm not sponsored by any way, so everything I put on, I purchase myself. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll see you next time.